Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Buebell Lake's Diaries. We're back on Mallard Lake for this episode. We've got some redemption to have. We lost the fish last episode. Nothing more to say really. I am fishing at the minute. I've got 3 rods out of the water. Put them out with the bait boat, fishing 18, 19, 20 wraps on the rods from right to left. So 18 wraps on the right rod, 19 wraps on the middle rod, 20 wraps on the left rod. So we'll see how that fares us during today. Time is 3:20 on Sunday. We've got until Thursday evening on the lake, so I've got the exact same times I had before, but just on a different part of the lake. So I'm at the back side this time instead of the roadside, and I'm back in. If you saw the last video, I said about wanting to fish near the reeds in the far corner. I got that swim. I did get it. I managed to get it. There's an empty swim just in front of me, and there's no swim for 80 to 100 yards until the corner swim. So I've got plenty of water to command. Yeah, so I'm on the same rigs as last time, on the Ronnie rigs with the Nash Scopex Squid pop-ups and the mainline high visual pink pineapple pop-ups. But we need to catch something. I'm afraid we need to catch something. Yeah, that's what I've got to say for the minute. But I've got a couple of new things I need to show you. I've got new buzz bars. I think that's actually it, to be honest. Yeah, I've got new buzz bars. If you saw the last video, I was just on a single bank stick going up to a set of 3 buzz bars. But now I've got the quarter singles. I don't know if you can call them buzz bars. They're nice. They're sturdy. You know, they've got the stabilisers that goes into the ground, so they're not going to move side to side or anything. Nothing else to tell you going on in my swim at the minute. I do need to get the camera away, however, because it's just about to rain. So if we get any fish, or I change tactics, or I've got anything to tell you, yeah, I'll turn the camera on and I'll update you with that. Okay guys, sorry for this camera shake, but I have to be quick because it's raining. So these are the new quarter singles buzz bars on the rear and on the front. I'm not sure if you can see the line. It goes off to, where is it? That far tree over there. It also goes to a bush over there and a bush over there. So 18 wraps, I should zoom out, 18 wraps, 19 wraps, 20 wraps for 3 rods. Got my lucky mascot just here, my pig. So here's base camp. It's a mess at the minute. I still need to get squared away. But yeah, I'm gonna go handheld for a second. We're here for 5 days, 4 nights, 5 days, like I said. Oh, the fish just splashed right out where I'm fishing, guys. That's a start. That is a good start. But this, I've been speaking to a couple of people when I got here, and actually last time I did the video here last week, and this place, this whole reed line that goes up and along there is the best place to fish on the whole of Mallard Lake. Right, I do need to get the rods away because it is very grey out and it's raining, as you can see. But yeah, I'm gonna have some food. I'm gonna watch the football. Oh, I'm underexposed. Now I'm fine. Yeah, I'm gonna have some food, watch the football, chill out for a bit. So if I either get a run or I'm gonna change the rigs, I'll let you know. Anyway, guys, let's go fishing. Finally. Well, good evening, guys. It's been a really quiet day. Not surprising though. On the first 24 hours of getting here. It's been a really quiet day, not surprising for the first 24 hours of getting here. Haven't touched the rods at all. They've just been fishing all afternoon into the evening. The time is just gone 7 o'clock in the evening, so I'm just going to get myself some food and I'm just going to chill out for a bit. We haven't had any rain since early this afternoon, so it's just been a calm afternoon really. There's been more ends flying across my lines all afternoon. Just really annoying me. You can probably hear them as well. Yep, again. So yeah, I'm gonna get myself some dinner. Just gonna relax for a bit, chill out, watch some telly. But yeah, nothing particular to update you with. I did have a couple of liners earlier on the middle rod, but nothing, but didn't amount to anything. So yeah, I did have a couple of liners on the middle rod earlier, but didn't amount to anything, obviously, because there was no footage of me catching a fish. But so I'm gonna reel in after I've had some food. I'm gonna put some new hook baits on and chuck them back out for the night. No need to put in any bait out with them, because I put about half a kilo on each rod earlier when I first cast out. I know exactly where I'm casting to. I'm at 18 wraps on the right rod towards the far tall tree. You can't see it from where I'm recording from, but I'm on 19 wraps on the middle rod towards the right of the furthest right big bush that I can see, and 20 wraps on the left rod to the furthest left of the last bush to the left, if that makes any sense. So we'll gonna have some food, like I just said, but I don't want to waffle on too long. I'll see you when I'm bringing the rods in. See you in a bit. Good evening again. It's the same evening as before, but I've just seen 3 or 4 fish bush out right on the line where I'm fishing. So I'm going to make a change to my initial plan, and I'm not going to rebait my rods because I don't want to disturb out there where the fish are showing right on top of my rigs. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the rods in as they are for the night, leave them in for however long it takes, finger crossed until it bites or until the morning when I'm going to reel in. Then I'll put some fresh hook baits on no matter what's happened, and then I'll ship them out on the old bait boat with the and then I'll ship them out on the old bait boat with the fish finder. I don't think you can really see me. Let me move the camera just here. There we go. Yeah, so like I just said, I'm going to ship them out on the bait boat tomorrow morning with the fish finder, so I can see exactly where I want to fish. Like I said, I know exactly where I am fishing anyway, but I'm going to put them out on the bait boat just in case there's clear spots that I see beyond or before where I'm fishing, or there's fish showing in the area, because one feature with the Deeper Pro is it does have a fish finder on it, but it's not too reliable because it's not been very reliable in the past with what everyone said. So that's tomorrow's plan. Tonight's plan. Tonight's plan is leaving the rods as they are and hoping one stupid fish comes along and takes my bait. But it's been really quiet, to be fair, and I don't think anyone's had a run since I've been here. I haven't heard any alarms go, but I wouldn't have heard any alarms on the far side of the bank anyway. But something I did want to show you is there's a huge weed patch right out in front of me, so it makes it almost impossible to cast dead out in front, because line lay would be impossible with the amount of weed that's out there. It's one of those things though, so let me turn the camera around and I'll show you quickly. I don't know if you'll be able to see it that easily. Let me just... Yeah, you can see it. Right, just all along there, that's weed, and it makes it impossible to cast out further than that. So I'm sort of restricted. You see that little corridor just there? That's where Rumrod's headed, and then the weed sort of dies down after that. So I've got 2 rods just out there in the open towards the bushes beyond these little reeds just here. So that's where I'm fishing and how I'm fishing. The rest is up to the fishy gods, and it's raining again, so I need to get the camera away. But just a quickie, I'm here for 4 nights 5 days, like I said at the start of the video. So hopefully, I need to bag something this time. because of last time's treacherous trip here. I lost that fish so close in, and Buebell Lakes is sort of like a one-run saloon sort of lake. You know, it's if you miss your one bite, you're screwed, to be honest. But what can you do? You know, the fish got the better of the rod. It happens. That's why it's called fishing, not catching. So we're just gonna have to leave it to the fishy gods, I'm afraid, tonight, and hopefully they're gonna give us a bit of luck, like I said a minute ago. But right, so I'm gonna put the camera away. It's starting to rain and I don't want my camera to get ruined. If something happens during the night, I will let you know and I'll record. But if it doesn't happen during the night, then you'll see me in the morning. So let's hope, fingers crossed, fingers crossed, guys, that you'll see me in the night. But anyway, guys, I'll see you in a bit, I guess. I need to get away now. Good morning. So obviously, with the lack of nighttime footage, nothing happened last night. I did get a couple of liners on the right hand rod that's fishing at 20 wraps. So that's something at least. So I'm not sure whether I should bring the rod in a little bit to 19 wraps or so, or take it out to 21 wraps, because then obviously hitting my line and not getting any pickups. But I had a terrible night's sleep. I couldn't sleep, the wind was awful. I didn't get to sleep until about 2:30, and I've woke up at 10:30. I did wake up at 6 just to see what was happening. I spotted out a couple of spots for each rod. I think it was about 9ish, and then I just got back in my bed because I'm absolutely knackered. So that's what's happened this morning so far. I'm going to reel in a minute to put some fresh hook baits on. I need to go to the shop to get some supplies, and I need to go for a shower. So that's the plan for the next hour and a half. So before I put the rods back out, I'm going to have a rethink of hook baits, whether I want to go on the bottom or not. But that's gonna happen after I've had a shower. So yeah, I'm gonna reel in now, and we're just gonna see what happens today, really, because the weed is still out there, the surface weed, and it's just it's making for not a very pleasant experience. So that's that. I have got my waders ready in case I've got to run, because you have to have waders in this swim, because yeah, it's about 1.5 to 2 foot, 15 yards out, so you can't drag a fish into water that shallow. So you do have to have your waders ready. I've got mine ready just here to throw on if my alarm goes screaming off. But that's all I've got to tell you really for this morning. I'm gonna have some breakfast before I reel in. Have a drink, have a nice warm drink. It's not too nice today actually. It's quite windy and quite cold, but quite cloudy, so I'm just going to get a hoodie on, and we should be alright. Once we've had some breakfast and had a shower, brought the rods back in, put some fresh hook baits on, chucked them back out to where they were before. I spotted out for today, so I'm going to leave spotting out until this evening, tomorrow morning, if I can push it. But I'm running on bait. I didn't bring enough bait with me because I was relying on the monster particle to come before I left here today, but it hasn't came yet. It's going to come Tuesday time, hopefully, so tomorrow, and then I'll have to get someone to drop it off for me. But that's in the future. Today's today, and we've got a lot of work to do, so I will have some food, do what I just said, and I'll update you if anything happens. But yeah, you know, it's been quiet all around the lake. I haven't heard anyone's rods scream off. I haven't heard anything the whole time I've been awake, to be honest. No, I haven't expected a bite, to be honest, in the first 24 hours of being here, because there's so much disturbance that goes in your swim, and that just happens. Sorry if I look like I've just been crying. I've just yawned. So I'll update you in a bit. I don't want to waffle on too long because I've already been recording for 4.5 minutes now. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Tight lines if you're out fishing, good luck. And I really hope
I catch a fish, and I also hope you catch a fish if you're fishing. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, so as you could have just seen, I've just spotted out two large spots of bait for each rod. Because I'm I'm standing 2 wraps out. I'm spotting 15, 14 and 13 wraps. So, not 15, 13 and 14, 18, 17 and 16, sorry, I don't know why I said that. But yeah, it's been really, really quiet across the lake, nothing's been happening at all. So just get a bit of bait down while nothing's showing, nothing's happening, and leave it for the rest of the day. That's all I've got to update you with. A couple of people came next to me, they look like they're YouTubers as well, so I'll have to have a speak to them in a bit. But they've just waded out and a little prod around right in front of them because it's dead shallow right in front of us. You can go 30 yards out and only be 5 foot under the water, maybe not even that, maybe 4 foot. So that's all I've done this morning. I've brought the rods in, chucked them back out and spotted some bait over the rods. So if we get any bites or anything, I'll update you in a bit, but if not, I'll see you this evening, I guess, or this afternoon to tell you anything that's happened. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Well, good afternoon guys. It's been very quiet. I had a couple of liners earlier, but didn't amount to anything. Guys that came this morning have gone already. I think they were just surface fishing for a little bit. But I'm back here behind my swim at the minute because I did want to show you something. At the start of the video I said the only thing new I've got are the Corda singles. But in fact I did have these. They're the Corda Basics distance sticks. They run for £20 on Angling Direct or Amazon or wherever you can find them really. And the original Corda sticks are £60. That these are, since they are the basic range, Danny Fairbrass designed the basics range for the angler on a tight budget or the new angler. So Corda really good, made some really affordable products here. So they're set up behind me at the minute and I've been using them since I've got here. They're just normal distance sticks to be honest, but they're a lot cheaper than the original Corda distance sticks. And you know, Corda have got a very reputable name and you can rely on things quarter, to be honest. So I'll just run through a couple of quick facts about these. They're strong and light aluminium build, so light. A lot of anglers nowadays like carrying light because that's just the way things happen nowadays. You know, who wants to be bringing around heavy stainless steel sticks, buzz bars and everything else you've got to bring with you to a session. So another thing is the hardware in sharp stainless steel spine. So this is the actual distance stick. As you can see, it's got a sharp spine just here, if it will focus. So that's what digs into the ground, and then it's got a high luminous head on it, and you can unscrew this to get to a Tommy bar that goes into these holes just here, so it aids getting it into the ground. So that's a nice touch from Korda, and again for £20 you really can't go wrong. I mean, you could settle for I saw on Amazon the NGT sticks, they're £20, but why not go for Korda when you can? And they're sleek, they're nice, they're simple, and it comes also with a neon green string, 12 foot, because that's how long distance sticks are from each other. The classic Korda colours. So that's the product. You get 2 Tommy bars with each stick, so you only really need one, but having 2 makes it a nice touch. And the package is actually really sleek, to be honest. I mean, the Basics logo just there, and it gives you some brief instructions on the back of how to set them up, etc. And you know, just how to do a wrap, but most people know how to do a wrap. So yeah, like I said, 12 foot measuring cord, the actual bank sticks themselves, and they both come with a Tommy bar to put them into the ground if the ground's harder. I didn't need them on this session because the ground's quite soft back here, although if I put them down there towards the water, I would have had to use the Tommy bars because it's almost rock solid down there. So that's just a quick review of the Korda Basics distance sticks. I have not used Korda's distance sticks in the past. I've used other brands, but Korda have made some affordable, finally, because I was going to pay £60 for bank sticks. But I do like Korda products, so that's why I went ahead and got these. So that's just a brief overview of what these do. They're simple, but they're simple distance sticks. You know, they're 2 poles that stick in the ground 12 feet from each other, so you can accurately measure how far you're casting out. But apart from that, it's just, you know, it's a light aluminium build, sleek, like I said before, and that's really that, to be honest. It comes with some instructions in the box, but you know, if you're really struggling, have a look on YouTube. There's plenty of videos. You can go onto Korda's website as well, and they have a video of how to use these bank sticks as well. So that's just a quick overview of what these are, what they do, what they're made of, and what Danny Fairbrass designed the Basics range for. So props to Danny over at Korda, Welling, you know, finally targeting their products towards the newer, more budget angler, because I don't have all the money in the world to spend on metal sticks that go into the ground that you use twice a day. So, but it does make a difference having a reputable name, making affordable products like this, and you know, they're not going to break on you, especially for what you use them for anyway. So that's just a quick overview of what these are, and back to the fishing. It's been quiet all day, nothing's happened. Like I said, I had a couple of liners, and that is genuinely it. I spotted out earlier. I actually recorded that, so you'll be able to see that. I spotted out earlier 2 big spoms for each rod, just to make sure the baits are topped up, and any small fish that are getting in there, taking the old spod mix have constantly been topped up, because you know what they say is, if the smaller fish are out around, that normally means the bigger fish are going to be around. So if that spod mix is being eaten by the smaller fish, I'm not complaining. But I am expecting it to be a quiet old session, and not a lot to happen because, well, it's Buebell Lakes, isn't it? You know. So I really do want to get my landing net wet though, and I do want to get my sling wet. So I wouldn't mind a tench, to be honest. I wouldn't mind a tench at all. A big bream, double figures bream would be nice as well. but we are here for the carp in this lake, and that's our primary target. So if anything happens, or if I've got anything to update you with, I will turn the camera on and start recording. But yeah, it's actually a really nice day today. There's not a cloud in the sky. It was horrible weather yesterday, so the weather doesn't really know what to do with itself. There has been a couple of fish shown on the surface, but the odd one or two, and they've been moving around, so there's no point going on the surface for that. We are on the bottom. We're still on the same tactics, the Ronnie rig, 2 pink pop-ups from the Scopex range, and then a snowman rig-ish, a mainline yellow high visual pop-up with just a bit of fake corn to give it some more buoyancy, and obviously because that's too buoyant you have to put a bit of rig putty on it to balance it properly. But nothing else to update you with as of yet, but we will make sure I will make sure I'm doing everything I can in my power to increase my chances of catching a fish. So without further ado, I will turn the camera off now because I've been waffling for too long, and I'll see you in a bit. Well, good afternoon again, guys. I was going to mention what I mentioned back when I was just doing a quick review on the distance sticks, but I have got a pet caterpillar. I was wading out and I found him on my sliders. So if you can just see that, just there. I've built a little habitat for him. Just in this, I'll put him back. I don't want to hurt him or anything. I've just built a little habitat in here, just for him. So I did look up the name of this particular caterpillar, and it's called a grey dagger caterpillar, and then it turns into a grey dagger moth. I'll actually show you a photo of him when he turns into a moth. So right, apologies for the broken screen, but that's what he'd look like once he's cocooned, and that's a really nice looking moth. They're common moths. What I've read anyways, they're common moths in woodland, and they're not a rare species. They're not an endangered species or anything. But you know, I thought it would be pretty cool. You know, pass the time a little bit while I'm waiting for the rods to scream off. Hopefully, to do a bit of research about this moth. I've gave him some leaves to snack on, a little bottle cap of water, just like this really, just a tiny little thing, just full of water in there for him, and put some rocks in there. He seemed to like the spod mix I had in there before as well, so I put a bit of the old spod mix in there for him to eat, but he hasn't touched that. So you know, that's just a little cool thing I thought I'd show you on camera. He's chilling out at the minute on that bit of bark, because apparently they do like that moss on the bark. So he'd been in there for a while before I got that, so I just went outside and got a broken bit of branch off the tree that I'm presuming he fell out of, and just put it in there and plonked him. Just put it in there and plonked him on it, and he seems to be enjoying himself. But he is either resting or asleep or getting ready to cocoon. I really hope he cocoons while I'm here actually, because that'd be amazing to record that. But that's just a quick waffle update really, just something that I'm doing to pass the time. The sun's been glaring in the bivvy all day, so I've got my sunglasses out, the old Polaroids, and there have been fish, like I said earlier. There's been a couple of fish shown on the surface, but nowhere near the extent that you'd think with this sort of weather. Although there is quite a ripple on the water, about, I don't know, 60 odd yards out, right on the border where I'm fishing, where those fish were splashing out yesterday. So that's really all I've got to say. Swans have been going through my lines all day, moor ends have been going through my line all day, bolt indications galore. But you know, we're out fishing at Buebell, and you know, nature's ripe around this part of the country, especially at Buebell. You know, there's plenty of wildlife around. For example, that caterpillar, because this summer has been, I don't know if you know, but this summer's been awful for insects, butterflies, moths, caterpillars. So I don't know if you took notice in previous years, but there isn't anywhere near the number of insects as there was last year.
So that's quite nice to see, at least one, but you normally see a lot more than that. And it was just plonked himself down on my slider while I was wading out to put my rods out. So I adopted him until I go home, and then I'll set him free into the wilderness again, so we can cocoon and live a happy moth life. But that's all I've got. That's all that's happening so far. I'm going to make some food later on because it is going up for 4 PM, and I'm going to bring the rods in, fresh hook baits, etc. Shift them out on the bait boat, blah blah blah, like I explained yesterday. Oh, another fish has crashed right above where I'm fishing, actually slightly to the right, but almost right above where I'm fishing. So yeah, there is a really big ripple on the water. It's really impossible to see what's going on under there, but if anything happens I will make sure to update you, etc etc etc. So I'll see you in a bit once I've had some food. Maybe I'll do the rods, maybe I won't, because I did put them out just this afternoon, so they've only been out 4 hours or so. So I might not do anything with them for tonight. I might do it this evening though. So it's been, yeah, it's been a bit quiet. But something I have noticed is a lot of cars have turned up in the last couple of days. If you watched the last video I did, you'd know on Sunday evening, I was speaking to Trevor about it, and 100 people left the lake. I mean, that's completely almost empty in the whole complex, and there was no one on the roadside of either Sand Mine or Mallard Lake. But yesterday was Sunday again, and it was rammed, absolutely rammed. So I don't know whether last Sunday was just an anomaly, or I didn't miss any bank holidays. No, because people would be fishing. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe people just didn't want to get out for the weather. But the weather is nice at the minute. I've got my sunglasses out and I've just been enjoying the sun. But I've been waffling on for too long again. I will see you in a bit, guys. Ciao.
Good evening, guys. It's been a couple of hours since I last got the camera out and recorded. It was when I was speaking about that caterpillar actually. He's still burying himself in that wood, filling himself up ready to cocoon. But nothing's happened on the rods. Bobbins are exactly the same as they were since this afternoon as well. I've had a couple of liners, had a couple of more ends hit my line, and that's about it really. So no news on the fishing front, but it's a really nice evening. There's not a cloud in the sky, and I'll try and get some photos of it, but there's a really nice sunset as well. So that's all I've really got to tell you. I'm thinking of going on PVA bags tomorrow, purely because Rodneys aren't doing anything at the moment, and maybe I might change to a bottom bait as well, but we'll just have to see how that goes. So another thing I wanted to say is the rods, they're fishing one wrap further than they were yesterday, purely because I was getting liners on 18, 19 and 20 wraps, so I've gone to 19, 20 and 21 wraps, see how that goes. And if nothing happens tonight with that, I'm going to go down to 19, 18 and 17 wraps on the 3 rods. I've had some food. I've been just watching some Netflix this evening, just chilling out really. I just thought I'd get the camera out just to give you a little update before it gets too dark. It's just gone 7 PM, so it's cooling down a little bit. There's no head on the water directly in front of me, but it starts literally the exact same it has been all day, about 60 yards out. So I am going to spot out a couple of small spoms. I'm going to put the small spom on, and I'm just going to do a couple of small spoms for each rod. So I might record that, just one spom each. I'm going to record, but I will do a couple of spoms for each rod. So that's really the plan, and then I'm just going to chill out for a bit. I'm going to try and take some photos of this sunset that's coming in. If you do want to see the photos I take during my sessions at Buebell, make sure you go and follow my Instagram. It's Jack Bellamy 36. I'll just put it there or there, which one I can work out how to do. So Jack Bellamy 36, no spaces on Instagram. Some good shots on there if I don't say so myself.
I'm getting better at photography. You know, it's a learning process. It's not easy to get the hang of, but it is quite simple once you get the hang of it. But yes, it's you know, it's Buebell Lakes. It's not runs water. The whole complex is a hard complex to fish. So I will be back down here 2 weeks time, I think it is, or next week again, because I will conquer Buebell, and I'm going to go on Buebell Lake just for a session, just a 2 nights, 3 days session. See if we can bag a couple of smaller fish out of there, because if I do blank on this video, I don't want to keep blanking, because that's a bit embarrassing. But I'm not doing anything wrong as far as fishing goes. You know, I know my rigs are presented properly, and I know how I'm fishing is fine due to the bite I had last session over there. Oh god, I almost fell in the water. So I know I'm fishing right. My rigs are presented properly. I'm fishing on clear spots on all 3 rods. But that's all I can do, to be honest. You know, I can keep constantly baiting up, but I don't want to overbait my swim, because there was someone left here literally the morning I came, and he was putting tons and tons and tons of bait out, he was saying. So I'm fishing pretty much exactly where he was fishing, towards that far tree over there. You can't see it. Where I'm pointing at just now, 18 wraps over there, 19 wraps over there, sorry, 20 wraps in that corner bush, and 21 wraps in a bush over there. You can't really see, it's a bit overexposed, but that's just the game plan of this session. I'm just going to be persistent, and you know, hopefully a bit of persistence and patience pays dividends, but it's not guaranteed, is it? So that's fishing for you. But I will put some spoms out now. I need to get the old waders on, because you can't cast at all from this swim. There's overhanging trees everywhere, you know. Even I tried just leading about the morning I came, and I tried casting from the bank like an idiot, and the second I cast, the line went straight over that tree, and luckily I got the line and the lead back, but I would have been a disaster if I couldn't. So I'm not doing that again. So I only have to wade out to the edge of these reeds where I've got a clean cast anyway. So I'll just do that, and I guess I'll record that. But yeah, that's the evening update for you, and I'll see you tonight hopefully, or I'll probably see you tonight anyway. But if not, I'll see you in the morning. But hopefully tonight with a fish. Well, it's the next day in the evening. It's just been a complete and absolute mess today. I woke up and a swan just went straight through all 3 of my rods. Had to wind in all of them, last couple of wraps with my hand, and oh my god, it was just about an hour and a half of untangling mess. And then after that, I was so unbelievably tired because I got no sleep last night. I decided to come in here and have a nap. And then I spilt drink all over the floor of my bivvy. And then I spilt another drink all on the floor of my bivvy. And I just didn't have the energy or the desire to get the camera out to record any of that. I mean, I've literally only just sat down to have a break today.
like I said, I had to put the rods out. I had to go to the shop to get some more spod mix, and then I had to spod out again this evening, and I've only just eaten for the first time today. So I mean, it's literally about 7 o'clock, half 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. I don't know what the time is, to be honest, but it's been very, very windy today. You know, things flying all over the place. It's just, today's been a complete write-off. I mean, I haven't even got into how dead the fishing is yet, but today's just been a complete and utter disaster. You know, apart from that swan and then fizzy drink all over the floor of my bloody bivvy, umbrella flying about. I had to strap that down twice, and I don't have any energy, and I am so tired. So this is the only update you're gonna see from me today, unless we get a fish. But yeah, like I said, it's just absolutely dead quiet. No fish have been caught around the whole lake, I don't think, in the time I've been here. A couple of people have been coming and going from the far bank. People that were here yesterday, I think I said in the blog, they were only here for the evening and the morning, so they came in the evening, slept and left in the morning. I think that's them right over there on the far bank, almost opposite me. I don't think they really wanted to deal with that huge bloody weed bed in front of me. So that's all that's happened today, really. Oh, another thing, my spod snapped twice. The braid for some reason just gave up, so I'm gonna have to get some new braid. I had to wade out twice to go and retrieve the spod. So, you know, you would have thought today's Friday the 13th, right? It's just been so unbelievably bad. Everything you could think has gone wrong, could go wrong, has gone wrong almost. Apart from my rods, just everything's been a complete and utter disaster. I know I've said that already, but you know, if you were me, you'd be done. You know, I just sat down early and I thought to myself, what else could possibly go wrong? And now I think of it, I've got no wood to touch, the camera's probably going to break, SD card's going to go corrupt, or something like that's going to happen. Or I'm going to get a flooded bivvy in the night if I leave this door open and we have showers. So that's all I've really got to tell you, really. Yeah, I've just been fixing things all day long, and I haven't got anything done that I've wanted to do. I wanted to tie some more rigs. I wanted to get my rods in, put some new hook baits on, have a rethink of tactics, but I spent so long sorting that bird's nest out on my rods, I just chucked them back out. I could not be bothered to faff around with rigs. So that's what's happened there. God, pigeon just landed. That's all that's happened there. My little friend the caterpillar, he's still buried in the wood. I don't know what he's doing there, but yeah, I'm keeping an eye on him because he's my new little friend. He's keeping me occupied during these boring days. So the moor ends have decided to turn up as well, making a racket all day like that. So there goes the pigeon. But that's all that's happened, really. Last night I came out the bivvy to go toilet, and an owl flew right past my head and landed on the tree just to the right of my bivvy. And I wish I had my camera with me, because it would have been a cracker photo. And I went to get my phone out of my pocket, but I think when it saw movement, it died off back across the lake. So that's everything I've got to update you with from last night and today. I may get the camera out in a bit to spot out for tonight, but if I'm going to be honest, I might not even spot out because I'm so tired. But yeah, I've waffled on for 5 minutes, 6 minutes almost, so I'm going to put the camera away now for the night, and fingers crossed we can see you in the night with a fishy. But it's in the hands of the fishy gods. Well, nothing's really in my favour at the minute, so yeah, odds are stacked against me so far, but it only takes one bite and you've cleared the blank off of your conscience. But even when you get a bite, you've still got to play it and bring it in. I mean, after losing 2 fish in a row, before I started doing YouTube, I fished here the week before I did the first video on this channel, and I lost a fish the morning I went home to weed, snapped me up again. So I'm getting to that point now where if I lift into a fish, I'm going to absolutely poo myself because it's going to be so scary playing a fish. I mean, I need to get a bite first, don't I? But that's that, and that's everything. I think you're caught up on the session so far. So I have been waffling on for way too long now, and yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Good evening. I haven't recorded at all today, my bad. It's just been really unproductive all along the lake. I haven't seen anybody with a run at all. Buebell Lakes for you, eh? That's everything that's happened, so I didn't see any point in getting the camera out to waffle. But moorhens have been stealing my spod mix all day. I don't mind, because I'm going home tomorrow anyway. So I've got my camera out and got the Canon Connect app on my phone, and just sat in my bivvy taking some photos of the baby moorhens. They're fluffy little balls, aren't they? So that's the only thing productive that I've done today. I have tied some rigs for the next session. Where that will be, I don't know, but it will be a day session because I can't keep coming to Buebell and blanking, because that is not viable. So that's the plan. Where the day session will be, I don't have a clue yet. It will be local to me, so maybe Stannick Lakes fishery. I might turn it into a 24-hour thing. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, as for Buebell, I'm going to give it a break for a good 2-3 weeks or so, because it's just so unbelievably slow, and no one's catching a thing. People have come and gone, and people have said then, oh, a couple of fish splashing out there. That's the annoying part. That is the really annoying part. You see, they're showing right where I'm fishing, but I just can't get them to feed, and I presume it's the same all over the lake and all over the complex amongst the 5 lakes. So I lost my train of thought now. Day tickets. So yeah, it'll be a local day ticket near me. It'll either be a place like Castle Ashby, Stannick Lakes Fisheries. There's a couple more, just small day ticket venues. Nothing like the head of big stock this lake has. But yeah, I've forgot the feeling of catching a fish, and it's bad. I'm gonna forget how to bloody fish at this rate. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna give this place a break for a couple of weeks or so. Wait until the colder weather starts rolling in. So it'll be, I don't know, mid to late September next time I come here. So that's about a month, 3 weeks to a month from now. So we'll leave it until then, because most of the season anglers, they'll be packed up for the year. They'll be in their warm houses watching telly and whatnot. But no, we don't stop. We carry on fishing all through the year, and come rain or shine, we will fish, and we will catch a carp eventually. But it just seems like I'm fishing in an empty lake at the minute. Honestly, I think, I might as well have all 3 of my lines in the bloody bath. So that's the situation of things as it is at the moment. Like I said, no one's caught anything. I've had a walk down to the shop a couple of times. It's a long walk from here. It's about a 10-minute walk, and that's at least half an hour. Your lines are out of the water every time. Every time you need to go to the shop, and Jesus Christ, the heron almost took out all of my lines. That's another problem, the swans and the herons and the moorhens. And I haven't had any problems with the coots actually, because I'm not actually fishing any shallow
any shallow areas, but the coots could be a problem if I decided to fish any shallower, because that weed bed that I showed you, I'll show you it now. It's really shallow up until the midpoint of that big weed bed, and the coots are just a nightmare if you wanted to fish in the shallows, because I found a spot just around the corner of the weeds. I can't be bothered to wade out and show you, but I don't have anything that I can turn my line round, because it'd just be dug up against these weeds to turn left, to a sharp left, to a clear spot that deep in water. About that deep in water, maybe that actually, but I just found it with my eyes when I was wading out to have a bit of a nosy, and I have seen another fish splashing over there. God, that's so frustrating. Yeah, I did have a look at it, and I thought to myself, it's a good spot. It looks like carp have recognised it as a safe spot that no one fishes, and I would fish it if the coots weren't such a problem, because they'd more than definitely go and have a nosy around there. So it's sort of a landing. It's sort of like a safety net, something to fall back on if all else fails. Because I've got all day tomorrow. I say all day. I've got until the evening. So I might just do the morning on that spot and see what that produces, or to be honest, I might move a rod over there tonight. But I'd have to find something that I can use as sort of a roundabout, I guess, for the line to go through. And I am really overexposed. That's better. Now you're all nice and level. So that's the plan, I think. Whether or not I'm gonna go and fish on that spot on the reed line. Whether or not I go and fish that spot on the reed line, I'm yet to decide, because the spots I'm fishing, although they're clear, they're in 17 feet of water and fish are splashing on the surface. So whether they're moving through the water column or they're just in the shallower water, I couldn't tell you honestly. I could go and get my fish finder out and see where they are, but firstly, what's the watercraft in that? I only use that to find spots when I'm zigging, or there's literally no spots I can find with a bare lead first. So I did have a lead around at 20 wraps, and I did find 3 clear spots for the rods to go, but they haven't produced anything as of yet. So yeah, like I said, backup plan might be to go on that clear spot on the reed line. But we'll have to just play it by ear, I guess, and we'll have to see what happens, because it's coming up for 20 to 7, so we're going to lose light in about 2 hours or so. So if I'm going to do anything, I need to do it within the next hour or so, really. And even then, that only gives me a bit of time to get some bait out and get the rod set up properly with this pole or something I need to stick in the water to use as a diversion. So I could leave it completely and not use a roundabout sort of thing, but it just means if the fish kites left, if I get a hook up, then it's just a disaster waiting to happen. And not only would I lose a fish and I'd lose a rig and whatnot, but it'd just be unsafe for the fish as well, because you know you want to keep risks of fish snapping up with a rig in their mouth and carrying a trailer to a minimum, really, especially on complexes like Buebell where fish safety is paramount. So I'm gonna have a think of what I'm gonna do, and I need to get some food in my belly because I am starving, believe it or not. So I'll stop waffling there. It's almost been a 10-minute clip by itself, bloody hell. So if anything happens, I've said this about 18 times and nothing has happened, I'm not going to say it again. So take it easy, guys, and I guess I'll see you in a bit. Good afternoon. It is my final day here. Well, it's my final few hours on the Buebell complex. We've had 0 bites, 0 fish to show for my efforts, but you know, we've always got until the 11th hour and the 59th minute, so
we can always hope for that last minute fish. Sorry about that plane, that decided to come at the perfect time. So I haven't heard anyone have a fish along the lake. I've been keeping up to date on the Buebell Facebook page, and one guy had a 22-pound mirror 2 days ago, but apart from that I haven't seen anything with my own eyes. So I mean I haven't even heard anything by hearsay. So God, those moor ends, you can probably hear them. Yep, that just set my alarm off. Right, so my receiver's dead. So that's what's happened really the whole time I've been here, and we're gonna go home empty-handed. It looks like. So I didn't expect much from this session, but I didn't expect to fish, at least, because if you're here for 4 nights, 5 days, and you don't catch, you're doing something very wrong. And you know, I don't want to blow my own whistle or anything, but I don't think I've done anything wrong. I've found clear spots, I'm using the right baits. I mean, I'm using these Nash Scopex squid boilies again, the pink pop-ups. So I've got that on all 3 rods at the moment, because those mainline pink pop-ups, they're outside. They haven't brought me any joy on this lake at all the whole time, well, any time I've been here, but the pink pop-ups have. So just a quick tip, if you are ever going to come to Buebell and fish Mallard, say, because I can't speak for the other lakes, but Mallard is certainly a Scopex specialty water, and even more so a pink hook bait water. I've never tried bottom baits as a hook bait, because I do know they sell those Scopex squid boilies, the pink ones, as a kilo bag of boilies. They sell them in the shop down there. The guy next to me a couple of nights ago had them. So I'm about half packed away. My second bivvy that had all my food and stuff in it, that's just on the all packed away on the floor. Cool box, bait boat, spod rod, bait, and all that's away. So the only thing I've got out apart from my bivvy is my tackle bags and my bed chair and my sitting chair outside, and obviously my clothes and my phone, laptop chargers, and etc. So yeah, I'm almost half packed away, because once I've ended my session, I do want to be swiftly out of here, because the weather isn't looking too good for later on. Oh, those moor ends, they're so aggressive. So yeah, once my session comes to an end, I want to be on the road swiftly to get home, have a nice proper warm meal. So that's that. We've been here for 4 nights, 5 days, and I haven't had anything. The last video you saw on the second day of last session at 2 PM, almost to the hour, I think it was. I had that screaming run on the left-hand rod, and it just absolutely bullied me, beat me up, and snapped my line when I was so close to the bank, so that's that. Nothing more really to tell you, to be honest. If you are coming to Buebell, be prepared to blank. That's the best bit of advice I can give. Yeah, you know, I do recommend Buebell if you want to go on a camping trip and maybe catch a fish. But if you're looking to go somewhere where you can bag 4, 5, 6 fish a session, it's less safe for you for 5 nights. Buebell isn't the place for you, unless you get incredibly lucky and find some fish that are feeding aggressively. So that's it. That's the end of my session. It went quick, to be honest. You know, I enjoyed camping, as awful as that sounds. All 3 rods are still in the water. Take them out last, because then you've maximised your fishing time to the most. I have still got my landing net, my hooking mat, and my weight tripod with my sling out. Just, you know, because if I get a run while I'm packing everything up, they're the things you should leave last, because you don't want to be fighting a fish and scrambling to get to get your unhooking mat and your landing net out and all ready. So yeah, I'd always take them down last. I mean, actually last, because even when you're reeling your rods, there's a chance of foul hooking a fish. The chances are very slim, don't get me wrong, but there's always that chance of doing something like that. So right, I'm waffling on, and I don't want to waffle on, so I'll leave the video here. If you enjoyed it, I'm glad you enjoyed it, to be honest. And it's been another painful session at Buebell. We've blanked twice in a row now, and it's stressful, it's disappointing, but what can you do, eh? I've done everything I can. And the rest was in the hands of the fishy gods, and they haven't given me any good omens this session. So I can take this blank, to be honest, because I haven't had any indications on any of my rods that I've had to pick up. But like last session when I was on the far bank, it was a bit tough to take the blank, because I had a fish on and I was playing it, and I actually saw the fish that got away. So I can take the blank this time. Well, what else can you do, really? So next video will be at Rosewater Carp Fishery. If you're not sure where that is, it's quite near me. It's not long. It's about a 15-20 minute drive from my house. So go and have a look on their website if you don't know where it is or what they're about. They don't have anything like what Buebell has. I mean, 40s, 50s in any of the lakes. So yeah, it's just going to be one of those sessions where I'm just going to be going after carp in general. I mean, I have done here, but you know, I'd love to break that magical 30 barrier or the magical 40 barrier here, but it hasn't happened as of yet. So I do want to catch it on video. I do want to record me catching a fish eventually, and it will happen eventually. It will happen sooner or later. It's just a matter of waiting. That's what fishing is, really. It's just a waiting game, a long old waiting game. But I'm gonna cut the video off here, and I'm gonna get all packed away with my clothes and etc., my camera batteries. So I'll see you in the next video, where that will be, most likely at Rosewater Carp Fishery. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Tight lines.